What is going on, everybody? So most of you know we just finished up our 48-hour paint job challenge, which was an absolutely terrible idea, by the way. So today Hank is coming over. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to swap the cab out on that truck, go ahead and get the painted cab put on the frame, get everything switched over so that hopefully we have the complete front half of this thing finished up. We can get to work on the bed and be finished up with that. So we're not gonna waste any time. Hank's here with the tractor. We're about to put this joker to work. What's up, dude? That's good. You about ready to put this joker to work? Tear a whole truck apart in like an hour. Let's do it, brother. Alright. Yeah, I'm finna crank this joker up, get it around to the front of the shop. We're gonna take those 4 bolts loose from the cab, and then obviously we got the steering to take apart. We'll take that wiring bulkhead apart, get all that out, so that we can just snatch the cab off, and then we'll pretty much be ready just to set the other cab back on the frame. So this ought to be like a quick, I don't know, hour and a half job. Should have this whole frame swap, or cab swap, finished. Driving a joker with a set of pliers. We ain't got no steering wheel. But you know what? Hey, if it works, it works. Alright, so just a few things to unhook. So we've got our steering shaft we're gonna have to undo right there. This wiring bulkhead, which is pretty much the same one that we undid before. The inner fender is bolted, and we've also got those coolant hoses that run to the heater box over there. So we'll undo those. And then obviously we got to take that master cylinder loose as well. Just a few things to undo, as well as those 4 bolts underneath. And once we do that, we'll pick this joker up and we'll slap that other one on there. Quick, easy, nothing to it. They were looking right into my soul when I got under here. Right there. Come on now. Oh, had to get it great, now we're on the ground.
That means it'll sting you on the backside.
Yeah, lay under there, just get in my shirt or whatever. Oh, somebody put a brand new bolt in that.
Yeah, that's for free.
Nicest part of the whole thing. Oh, no. I wish they made things as simple now as they did back then, because you can work on anything yourself. Just about.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you gotta have a computer and a laptop and diagnostic tools. You know, I remember my papa back in the day, he'd listen to a car and he'd be like, oh, this is what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
100%, this is it.
Yeah, those days are gone.
That runs inside, so we're gonna have to figure that out. But that one runs down to there. Unplug.
Nice.
I don't remember if that other cab's got one of these on it or not. This truck had AC, and I'm sure you want to go back to that.
Yeah, he's gonna put AC on it. Their dad's gonna put AC on it.
Okay, we'll swap this whole box over. It's super easy. My papa used to pick on me because I always used hand tools.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you've got impacts in there. And I was like, yeah, but for some reason I don't think about it. I just do everything by hand.
I know, dude. Nah, I'm an impact air guy.
I guess it's because I never had them growing up. All I had, because I mean I was a kid. Ratchet sets from Walmart or whatever else I had.
And now look at you, graduated the ratchet sets from Harbor Freight.
Yeah, Harbor Freight ratchet set, dude.
Hey, come on.
Lifetime warranty, break one, just go get another one. Cool thing is Harbor Freight don't question anything either.
Yeah.
It's like they don't ask how you broke it or anything else.
They actually are. Their Icon tools are they're actually stepping up.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm trying to upgrade to.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pittsburgh stuff has served me really well over the years.
Especially on this kind of stuff. You know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, nothing's gonna break a 1/4-inch drive.
I'll be able to get to the wiring now. Look at this. I think that wiring is this and the back of the gauges. Right. Now that I think about it. My papa, when I took my car apart, that 69 Nova in there, I remember he told me, he's like, son, what are you doing? Because I took the wiring harness out. He's like, I sure hope you remember how that goes back together. And I was like, I may not remember. Google does.
Yeah.
I was like, I can remember where it's at. But then again, the way they cut the wires and stuff, they'll only go so far. So it's like, you know, they kind of go to this general area.
Is there a nut behind that? It looks like a bolt.
There sure enough is. Are you kidding me? I don't know what size it is.
You can't get your finger.
See if I can go in this way.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you
Oh,
go.
I can hold it still. Yay.
I thought that looked like a bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he got one long enough when they put it in there.
No.
Golly, that thing's 6 inches
It's
long.
still going. I'm still touching it through the...
That's crazy.
The greatest thing I've ever found. If I'm doing something like this, I will never put a nut on the back of it. Those rib nut inserts
Oh, yeah.
are awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I put the lock doors on my boat with. It's made life so much easier. And I can get to them and take them out without having to reach in anywhere. Heck yeah.
Let me get on this side.
I don't know what size was down there. Let me go grab it.
5/8, I think. Or no, in the fire.
Down there's 5/16.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Oh, we didn't put those in.
Nice.
So they ain't even... Easy.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. And that. And then it should just come out.
Yeah, you got to twist it so that the... Yeah.
It was still in that spline. Stop hanging on everything. There we go. Found it. Neat.
Never mind the leaks under the oil pan there.
It happens. I was talking to
The
Hunter.
transmission pan.
I was talking to Hunter yesterday. I finally got the transmission to quit leaking on the 12 valve swap. And now I've got an oil leak. So I was like, well, that'll be the next thing we address, I guess. Okay, so I got that. I just got to take them. There. Actually, no. If I could just get it loose. Here, let's see how tight they got that. Apparently tighter than I thought. Don't make me get up and get the right tool. Got my eyeballs. Go with this now. Have forgot to unhook just a couple of things. I may have forgot that this truck was 4-wheel drive and there was a 4-wheel drive shifter in the floor, but it's okay because there wasn't a bezel or anything around it, so it just pulled right out. One thing we did forget was our oil pressure sensor thing, so we'll fix that in the new cab. Not a problem. Not a problem. Other than that, I say we did pretty good remembering to unhook everything. So right now, it's a cabless square body. So not too bad, not ideal, but not too bad. So yeah, I guess we're pretty much ready now to pull the new cab out of the paint booth and get it ready to go on here. We may go ahead and try to pick up this bed, move it back, but we're gonna have the filler hose and all that stuff to take loose. But also now I'm gonna have to cut the floor for that shifter. I forgot about that also. So we're gonna have to figure that out as well on the new cab. So I have to figure out about where that's at, but we got the other one. We can just kind of take some measurements and figure out where everything's going to be at, and then just cut a hole, stick it in there, and then we'll dress it up how we've got to. Ain't no problem. Easy stuff.
Alright, well, it's been a few days, and we have a tractor.
We hit it, we do. I don't know what made Hank think that it was going to be a good idea to leave his tractor here and let us do this. But you know, hey, it's fine.
I mean,
fine.
what's the worst that could happen with a big old tractor like this? That's not even ours, you know?
There's a lot of things could go wrong with that. I
Yeah.
want you to listen to that statement again one time.
This is Coop's house, so anything could happen.
Oh, man. But anyway, so, yeah, I guess Hank's out of town. He had a couple things going on, but we needed to get this cab swapped. So you can tell right here behind Hunter, we've got this thing pulled out, and it's pretty much going to be ready to go on the frame, but there's a couple things we need to do before we actually set that thing down. We've got it cut for the 4-wheel drive shifter and all that stuff, so it's ready to go on, but we need to get this bed out of the way, because the last thing I want to do is go to set that new cab on the frame and ding it up against that old bed and then just cause more issues than we've already had. So anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and break out the grinder and go ahead and cut the bolts on this because they're just absolutely ruined. We're just gonna put new carriage bolts in the new bed whenever we put it on. So we're gonna cut those, get this bed off of here. Obviously, after we move the other cab and get it out of the way, because that's where we're gonna come in with the new cab to set it down. So we're gonna go ahead, get this tractor going, get that out of the way, and then we're gonna break out the grinder, cut those bolts, get this other bed took off, and we're about to see this joker start going back together. This one tractor could sell me on a TYM.
I mean, it looked pretty smooth. I mean, for
The hydraulics are smooth on this rig.
I mean, it is big. I don't know if that's something for you though.
I mean, we have a little fun, but yeah, the only complaint that I have with one of those is the clutch sensitivity. But then again, I've never run one of them before, so that's a little bit different. But not really a big deal. The old John Deere, man, it was like the easier you let off on it, the slower it moves, you know? This one, it's like it's either out or in, and you've got this little adjustment knob that I don't understand, so it's a big deal, but whatever.
I mean, it's one of those things that you figure out over time, you know?
You do. I'd rock one of those. That's a fine rig. Look and see what we broke.
Say that again?
Let's just take a look and see what we broke.
Yeah. I had a maniac laugh when you did that. I like destruction.
What the crap?
We destroyed a pristine 19 whatever year this is square body.
Bro, somebody welded this brace to the frame. That's what was holding it.
Really?
Look at that. Somebody welded that. I couldn't see it.
Sure did, didn't I?
So we had all the bolts loose, but somebody decided that a weld was gonna hold it.
Just need that bolt over there, honestly, and now we're good.
Yeah, missing
Because
that.
you can see those two bolts over there
It's already loose.
loose.
The
And that
filler
front one.
neck's- Yeah,
Yeah, that
filler
front-
neck's loose. So just as soon as
Ow!
what we'll do,
Hit my head.
watch your head, bro. Watch your head.
Foreman's comp.
Anyway, we don't have that. We don't
Oh.
have for that here. You were fired before you hit your head. Anyway, so yeah. So we need to get some boards put under here, block this thing up, so I can go around to the other side, and I'll pick it up just a little bit to get the slack out of those bolts, so I can get that Sawzall in there. We'll cut those as well, and then once we do that, we'll just pick this thing honestly straight up. We'll block that side, and then we'll get underneath it, pick it up, we'll get it out of here, and then we'll go ahead and set that new cab down.
And then bolt the cab down. I was not expecting him to do that, to be completely honest. Because that little brace right there that was welded was actually bent down, and I could not push it up, so he was using the fork to actually try to bend it back up. And I guess he had different plans. This does not look like a good idea. It looks like it's about to be front heavy. Looks like an abandoned truck.
Here lies Hank's Squarebody.
In the arms of the angel.
Well, bro, the way I see it, ain't but one thing left to do. and it's the part that scares me the most.
Yeah, we got to figure out how we're going to actually cover the forks so we don't scratch the. I mean, it's the weather sealing, but I don't want to scratch anything.
We might put something on it. Honestly, we got a little bit of cardboard in there. We'll just try that. Because honestly, like you said, it's the weather strip channel, so the weather strip is going to go right on there, so it's not really going to be that big of an issue. And honestly, you saw that other one; it didn't move that much. So we'll just pick it up, bring it over here, and set it right back down.
Yep. But hey.
That looks rather sad, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that don't even look like a truck anymore. You know why? Because there's not, well, a cab or a bed on it.
Put a seat and a steering wheel, you have a go-kart.
Yeah, a really, really big go-kart.
Real big go-kart.
Honestly, the only way this would get better when it fell down, like on the frame, is if it lined up the holes perfectly.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it's not far off looking at it. It's actually pretty close. This I'll have to shift like, you know, kind of like this just a little bit. But I know we had a lot of people in the comments talking about they were worried or they didn't think that it was going to fit because of this transmission tunnel. But I do want to show y'all something just real quick. So some of y'all were saying that the four-wheel drive tunnel is taller than the two-wheel drive. So I wasn't super experienced with that. I didn't know for sure, but I wanted to show you guys real quick. So my Squarebody, which is our crew cab that we put the Cummins in, has the two-wheel drive tunnel. So if you look at this one and just how short that one is, it's real short and round. But if you look at this other one, the one that's in this truck, it's square and it's really tall. So I guess at some point, or you know, later years or whatever, Chevrolet changed this tunnel, or this was a four-wheel drive cab at some point or something, because that's completely different, but it looks almost identical to the one that came off of this frame, aside from the other one was like a bolt-in style. This one is actually like made in.
Yeah, that's almost like 10 inches tall right there.
Yeah, it's rather huge compared to the one that's in ours. But dude, took a few minutes, but we got this joker set right on here. There's no scratches, anything like that. Man, who said them Coop boys couldn't do it? As long as we got a tractor, we can do whatever we want to do.
Thanks, Hank.
Thanks, Hank. We appreciate you. Nah, so got the bed off, got all of that. We got a little bit of cleaning up we're going to do back here where somebody had that brace welded on and stuff. And I am going to pull that other bed off the frame while I have Hank's tractor before he comes and gets that. So that way we can get started on body work, get that put together. And here pretty quickly, we're going to be knocking this joker out. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to get out here real quick. We're going to shift this thing just a little bit, get some bolts put in this. And I think we're going to call it on this cab swap.
It's starting to look like a truck again.
It's starting to look like a truck, and honestly, like all the issues that we had with it, like bodywork wise and stuff, it kind of starts to hide whenever you start putting everything together, and it starts to look better. But dude, if we had really like put just a bunch of hours into getting the bodywork perfect on this thing,
this would look like a brand new spanking truck.
It'd be looking good.
I mean, right now it looks great, you know. But I mean.
Yeah. But it's something that can be dented up and beat up and stuff, and nobody'd be worried about. So it's not really that big of a deal.
I mean, we got two teenage girls that's going to be driving this, so it's not going to be perfect.
No, so, I mean, it looks good. It'll be something, you know, that they can whip around, you know, all their friends will be jealous of because, you know, it's old school hot rod, you know, square body Chevy. So, you know, how many of their friends are going to have one?
That's what I'm saying. And the color on it is phenomenal.
It is, dude. And what we didn't notice when we painted it to begin with was looking at it one way.
Like, open that door.
That we put in it is purple.
Yeah, open that door. No. Open that door up real quick.
If I do this.
Open it all the way. Let that sun hit. There you go. You can see that purple.
Yeah,
all right through there.
Oh,
yep.
Dude, I can see the reflection of your glasses.
Yeah.
That's insane. So, yeah, man, the pearl looks good. There's a couple, like I said, a couple little issues in the paint, but overall, man, it looks pretty good. But if you look at it from this direction, and I doubt it'll pick up on camera, but it's silver looking at it from this way.
No, you can tell.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that, but it's like a color shift in pearls. That's pretty
Yeah, it's
cool.
like a 2-color change hyper shift.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, you know, like I said, everything looks pretty good. We only put the one door on because I made the executive decision and told Hank that it was happening, whether he liked it or not. I was going to respray the driver door and the bed and the front clip whenever I paint the bed and everything. So I wanted to go ahead and repaint those parts because they had some trash in them and stuff.
Not only that, the front clip.
I didn't put enough pearl in it.
We didn't just put enough pearl in it because it didn't pop like this does.
Right. I made it heavier in these parts, and so I just waited. But, you know, hey, I'm happy with how that turned out. But whenever we respray that other stuff and start actually putting this thing all the way back together, dude, it's going to be night and day. It's going to be a totally different truck.
Yep, so pretty much all we have to do with the front clip and the driver's side door, just sand it down, wet sand it, paint it,
Yep.
and then a little bit of body work on the bed and paint it, and we'll be
Good to go.
Yep.
You know, and like I said, I probably, Hank doesn't care if I repaint those parts or not, but, you know, like this door looks okay. I think there's one piece of trash in it that I'll be able to buff out, but the other one, it just had a lot of bugs and stuff in it, and I just, in good conscience, can't let it go. And
Yeah.
so he was like, dude, don't worry about it. I was like, no, I'm worried about it. So when I paint these other parts, I'm going to have paint mixed anyway. I may as well.
might as well go ahead and do it, you
May
know.
as well do it. And, you know, if he decides later on, we got the body work on the cab pretty good. So if he decides later on, you know, hey, you know, yeah, we can take this a little bit further. We can just pull the doors off, do the body work, get the body work right on those, and then just respray those, and then it'll be good because the body work and stuff on the fenders is good. There was just a couple issues there, but
Yeah,
once we sanded out, it'll be
the
fine.
passenger side fender was the only issue with that was it looked like somebody took a wire wheel to it.
Yeah, and you can still see that. So once I actually wet sand it and flatten out that clear and stuff, you won't see those anymore once I put the new base and clear over it. So that'll fix that, and it'll take care of that front clip. Front clip will be looking absolutely phenomenal, as well as the hood. So, you know, it's going to look good on the bed and the front clip and the cab. So easily we can pull the doors if he decides to let us do it later on. We can get that squared away. And again, you know, this thing will be looking just as good as we wish we could have made it look now.
Yeah, but like we said, it's 2 teenage girls driving it.
Taking it to the woods.
It's going to get beat
and
up.
Everything else. So that was Hank's whole thing. He's like, man, you know, they're going to be sinking this thing in the mud and everything else. He's like, just make it one color, make it look decent. But I want it to look great because, you know, that's me. I'm overboard with everything. If you guys have seen our square body build has probably gone way, way overboard of what most other people would do. But, you know, that's just me. I like to make things super nice. I like to take my time with things. So this has been a struggle for me, but this is the fastest I've ever, like, completely rebuilt a truck either. So not really a big deal, but I think it's going to be a super nice truck whenever we finish.
Yeah, I'm ready to see the entire truck completely put together with the same color.
Yep, it'll be looking great real soon. But guys, it may not seem like it, but we made an absolute ton of progress on Hank's square body in this video. I know we were hoping to get a whole lot further, but that's a big step out of the way and a lot of things that are taken care of. As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you check out that video right there. YouTube thinks that's going to be the best one for you to watch next. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.